everything 90s fam, welcome back to another nostalgic trip down 90s memory lane. Today my friend Mallory and I will be reminiscing and reviewing the 1997 album Aquarium by Aqua. If you are a first-time listener, hello, I'm your host Shaleena. I created Everything 90s podcast for folks who grew up in the 1990s like me, and in each episode I take you on a nostalgic trip down 90s memory lane, reminiscing on the highs of that decade. One of my favorite parts of podcasting is connecting with you all, so whether you're a longtime listener or just joining us for the first time, I'd love to chat with you over at Club 90s, the official Everything 90s fan club. You can find the link to join in today's show notes. So Mallory, welcome back to the podcast. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And I think this is our first podcast episode where it's just the two of us, because usually it's three of us.
Who needs Evan, right?
I'm
just kidding. I need Evan. But yeah, no, this is very exciting.
Yeah. So we'll jump right in talking about Aqua. What is your earliest memory of Aqua? Were you a fan, super fan? What's your relationship?
Big fan.
With them? Okay.
Huge fan. So my older brother is like 5.5, 6 years older than me. So a lot of my musical tastes when I was younger were influenced by like things he listened to. And a lot of times he would like get a CD and then realize like, I'm not really into this. And then he would give it to me. So like, that's where I got my Britney Spears CD. Cause he's like, I don't really want to listen to this all the time. And that's where I got my NSYNC CD. And that's where I got like what's it called? Dance Hits 95. That has Saturday Night by Wigfield and Play a Hitty and all of that on there. And that's where I got Aqua. That's where I got this album. It was one of my brother's CDs that he wasn't really listening to. And so I kind of absorbed it into my collection. And it got some pretty serious CD player time.
All scratched at the back.
Yeah, it got some pretty serious CD player time. When you had posted something about Aqua or about this album, and I remember instantly messaging you. I was like, I can still to this day do almost every song word for word.
Wow.
There are so many things that my brain could be used for instead. Maybe I should have held on to calculus. I held on to the lyrics to My Oh My. Maybe one day it'll pay off, you know?
Love that.
I might get kidnapped by some weird, like Danish kidnappers. And then I start singing this album. They go, oh no, she's one of us. Like, it could save me one day. I don't know. But when I was growing up, this was definitely probably one of my like top 5 albums that would play for me. So
nice. I remember that post. It was a story on Instagram, and I was humming, I think, Lollipop.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
so
I was
good.
like, does anybody know what this song is? Because it just randomly came to mind. I'm like, oh yeah, this song. I'm kind of indifferent. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but I'm not a fan.
Right.
My earliest memory of Aqua, I still think their music is fun. I don't know them past or outside this album.
Right.
So feel free to fill in the gaps. But I remember my earliest memory of them was grade 5. My grade 5 teacher would have a whole bunch of CDs. And then like during quiet time or like a winding down time, we could choose a CD and then play it. And I believe that was one of them.
That's an insane choice for winding down time. To play this album, to play like Eurodance music with maybe the strongest beat out of any type of music. That's a bold choice.
I remember most of his CDs that he had were like upbeat. But like we were very chill grade 5 class, so
right. So it worked out.
It did. And then
I feel like you couldn't do that now.
I know. Especially with the lyrics. Like back then, I don't even think my teacher knew.
No. I was going around saying, touch me here. Like, I was 7 years old. I shouldn't be singing those words.
Right. And then I believe a few of my friends had the album. I remember the like seeing the case in their house, and When I was at that age, I think I was only familiar with their singles.
Right.
And then since I think I've said this on the podcast before, but since starting this podcast, I've been going back to 90s music, movies. So then I came to this one, and I would just, whenever I'd play this album, I wasn't really listening to the lyrics. It's just like, I couldn't tell you what the songs were about,
Right.
but it's just like, okay, I'm cleaning my house, I'm,
Yeah.
driving, and it just gives me a good boost of energy.
Yeah. A
So,
hundred. I was literally kind of thinking of the same question today because I had it in the car again as I'm driving around, just getting ready for today. And I was thinking, I was like, I really only listen to Aqua by myself. This is never one that like we're all in the car and I'm like, give me
mhm.
the aux cord and I start playing Lollipop. Like this is one that I just enjoy. And same thing, yeah, when I'm driving around, if I'm cleaning my house, if I love a good Eurodance, like
Mhm.
90s Eurodance song. Venga Boys, Aqua,
Oh
like
yeah.
all very much in that same vein. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, more so for listening myself, not so
Yeah.
much, not so much at a party.
Same. Same. But it wasn't until planning for this episode where I actually sat down, read through the lyrics as I listened to it. I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
A lot of them I
a lot
still
of them
don't
don't
know
make
what it's
sense.
about.
They
And
don't
I'm
make
like,
sense.
is that because of like was it written in their language first and then translated? Like
There are
I
some that have been translated, or some, I mean, just trying to write a song in a second language. Like, that's
true.
why a lot of like Max Martin songs are very catchy and very good. But if you try to listen too closely, you're like, that doesn't. Am I sexual? I don't know. Um, so I mean, I wouldn't be able to write a song in a second language, let alone a very popular one. So if it doesn't totally make sense, I'll still bop to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did a little there's not a lot of websites that have information about them. Like I was trying to get some like information on how they met and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but what I pulled up here is there a Danish and Norwin? Is that how you
Norwegian. Yeah,
Norwegian?
yeah.
Norwegian. Oh, there's a G. Euro dance group. I think how do you pronounce the girls? The woman's name?
Lenny.
Lenny.
Yeah,
She's from
she's from Norway. Yeah.
Norway, and then the rest are
I think so. I
Da-
think the rest are Danish.
Danish. Okay, and it they started in 1989 with 4 members,
Yeah.
but now I believe it's just 3 of them because
Yes.
on
Yeah.
Spotify I just see like the 3 of
Yeah.
them.
Rene isn't part of the group anymore. So he's the one with like the really low voice.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't tour with them anymore. I think he might have joined them for a couple of like reunion things.
Okay.
I'd say in the last like 5 or so years, I've seen Aqua on like a lot of retro throwback multi-group tours.
Okay.
So
Nice.
like they'll be touring with a bunch of 90s pop groups. And that's the whole point. You're going on like the nostalgia tour. So
Right.
I've definitely seen them more active. It's not that they're putting out new music; they're just fully into playing the hits that people like. But yeah, I think it's just the 3 of them now.
Right. Okay. And then how do you pronounce, is it Soren?
Soren, yeah,
Soren and Claus?
yeah, I
Okay.
close probably
Close.
close, yeah.
Sorry. Close.
I
My
mean,
bad.
we're
Sorry.
no, it's Danish. We're doing the best we can.
Yes.
I'm not saying them right either. So
Okay. And their biggest song, Barbie Girl,
yeah,
that's the song I read up that made them got like international success and international
yeah, absolutely.
fame. And what's funny, I think you are aware of this, I'm not sure what year this was, but they got into like a legal battle with
This is
Mattel.
like early 2000s, like 2002, 2003, something like that.
Okay, which I find pretty delayed because the song came out like mid 90s,
Yeah.
97.
I think, yeah, 97, and then it was their third single, so it wasn't the first song that came out, so it might have taken a little time to get a little traction before it got on Mattel's radar, but
Yeah. So they they didn't go through. So it like Aqua, like the sue didn't go through. But what I find so funny is was it last year Barbie movie came out
yeah.
and then they sampled Aqua's Barbie girl.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the lawsuit was Mattel saying like this song is inappropriate. They didn't ask if they could use the Barbie name, and now they're using it for something like very
So,
innuendo, not what our brand is about.
mhm.
And the judge, it's like literally in his judge decision, he was like, the parties need to chill out. Was
Oh,
like his like
exact
official
words.
judge statement. He was like,
Oh
the
wow.
parties need to chill out. He was like, this is well within the like well within outside of their copyright. Like they didn't do anything wrong. Mattel just
Right.
needs to chill, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were. I was reading how they were claiming that because of the song, they were. I don't know if they were losing sales or like they just looked bad or were
I
afraid
think
of.
yeah, I think they were trying to say that it was like it didn't align with their image or reflected poorly on them to say like, kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky. They're like, that's not Barbie's a working woman. She is like she is
She
career
doesn't have
she is
sex.
she is career driven. She and Ken are fully smooth downstairs. This is not what we're about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No. But I remember as a kid, like we sang that song and we still play with our Barbies. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember parents having an issue with it because
Yeah.
they probably weren't really paying attention.
Well, I think the thing too, because I hear what some this is gonna make me sound so old. I hear what the young people are listening to today. But it's the difference between if you know what those words mean or if you're just saying words. I fully know that when I was 7, I was just saying these words.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like whatever. I'm just saying them. Um I know the problem with like some songs now, and because everyone's watching everything on YouTube and it gets played on TikTok and things like that, it's like, oh no, they maybe actually know what some of these things mean. And they maybe
Hmm.
actually know how to use some of these lines like in context, and that's where it gets a little iffy.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. I feel the same way.
right?
Oh man. Um but yeah, they I think have 3 albums. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Have you listened to the other two
Yeah,
or
Cartoon Heroes from Aquarium's a great song, which is again very it could have fit on this album.
okay.
Like it's not like they kind of fully reshaped or shifted or anything like that. It's very good, and the video is, in line with Barbie Girl and Dr. Jones. It's very kind of out there. A very catchy song. I don't know too many of their other songs beyond that.
Hmm.
I do know that once they kind of had broken up for a little bit, Soren made a group with his nephew, and
Oh,
they're
okay.
like kind of like a DJ electronic music duo, and I weirdly know a couple of their songs. Party in Provincence actually like a kind of catchy, again, if you were really into like a Euro dance beat kind of song,
Yeah.
very good. Um, but we didn't mention at the start. Did you read at all about the like the drama between the members of Aqua?
Again, I couldn't really find much outside of Wikipedia. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know if this is true or not, but I did read that Lene, is her name?
Lenny, I
Lenny.
think. Yeah,
Lenny dated which one was
Rennie,
it? Renee.
the guy with the
Okay.
low voice.
Okay. That's all I know, but please
So
fill me
they
in.
they dated in like the heyday years of Aqua, like this late 90s, early 2000s. And then they broke up, and she ended up dating and then got married and is still married to Soren, like
Oh.
the other guy in the band.
Oh, wow.
And so even though like officially on the timeline they're like, nope, they dated, they broke up, and then they started dating, there were a lot of rumors that there were feelings, whether there was like physical cheating, emotional cheating. There's a real kind of love triangle type situation. And then Klaus
Sticky.
is just over in the corner playing keyboards, having a great time, not a part of things.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, a little bit of tensions. Um, so,
Wow.
but I believe they're still married today. They have a couple children, and that's
Okay.
been since like 2002 or 2003, like or very early 2000s. So,
Nice. Wow, that must have been awkward when that stuff was like
right?
fleshing out. It kind of
I
reminds me of a little bit of the Fugees with Lauren and Wyclef with
yeah.
that, and then her and she married one of the Marleys.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're together anymore, but like there was
Yeah.
group drama with
I was
that.
thinking like a No Doubt situation too, because she had been dating the bassist or the guitarist Tony for a while. Like things got a little messy, but I don't know whether that's maybe part of why Renee doesn't do a lot of
Mm,
touring with Aqua now, where it's like, well, I don't want to hang out with my ex and her
ex.
husband.
Yeah, my bandmate.
I wouldn't blame him, but
Yeah,
yeah, just a little interpersonal drama.
interesting. Well, we got some fun music from it.
Oh, we sure did.
We want to start the track by track
Sure,
review?
let's do it.
Okay. All right. So this album came out March 26, 1997. From their label was Universal Music, and most of the production was by the band members Soren,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
He's a big producer. He does a lot of producing, and Klaus
okay,
does too, I think.
and Close. Yeah,
Yeah.
his name was on there. All right. So it opens up with Happy Boys and Girls, number
Yeah.
one. What are your thoughts
What a
on this one?
jam! What a jam! Like, I know musicians talk a lot about like the order of a CD, the order of a set list for a concert. What a great opener. You want to get
Agreed.
people's attention, you want to get them hyped for what's coming next. Like this song is it.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Was this one
Oh,
you were familiar with? Or
yes,
okay.
yes. When I went back and listened to the album just for fun, like a couple years ago, it's like, oh yeah, this one sounds familiar. I feel like this one played at like in my classroom or at my
Yeah.
friend's house.
Yeah.
And last week when I was telling you, okay, I'm gonna do my report cards, I'm gonna play some Aquarium, and you made that joke about the students are gonna be happy,
happy boys and girls. Yeah.
or are they?
But I could see this like what a wholesome song. Happy boys and happy girls will be like young and old, be happy. Everyone be happy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you're a parent and your kid's listening to that album, you're like, oh, it's fine.
Yes.
I'll give you a pass on the other one.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. A nice upbeat opener sets the mood and vibe for the whole
For
album.
sure.
And when I was looking into the lyrics, I didn't understand. There's a part where they say, try with an eagle, it will make you look so nice. And if you start to warm, you can further break the ice.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Come on, let's go get it on.
The second part makes sense. If you start to warm, you can further break the ice. That part makes sense. I agree with you. The first part does not.
It's like, what does
I don't
this
know if
mean?
they mean like, come on strong. Like,
okay, I can see that.
I feel like that would have been easier to say, but
yeah.
But yeah, there's a few lines that if you listen too close, you go, I don't know about that.
And maybe that goes back to like the translation thing you were saying.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So as I in the past few weeks have been re-listening to this album. I've listened to it a bit driving in the car, and I have my little guy riding in the back, and he's still very much learning words and starting to kind of parrot things, but one of the words that he knows is happy. And so we're driving, listening to the song, and all I hear in the background, he's going, happy, happy. I was like,
Aww.
oh, now I love it even more.
That's so cute.
I get to drive around with my little guy. It's just happy.
Aww. Nice. He knows music.
Right?
He knows
Oh
the
yeah,
classic.
we're starting to
Start
the
him young.
education right. Yeah.
Love that. Aw. Okay. Track number 2, My Oh My.
Yeah. This was
Was it?
the second single that they put out.
Yes. Yeah.
How do you feel about this song as like one of the lead singles from the album?
I think it's fine. I remember watching a video clip of, I'm gonna mispronounce her name again. Lene.
Yeah.
Lene.
Yeah, Lenny.
Lenny.
It might also be
Lenny.
Lena. It might be
Lena.
Lena. Might be Lena.
Lena.
Not Lena. That sounds more correct.
Okay. She was saying how they didn't want to put this as their second. They wanted, I think, Lollipop.
Yeah.
Or was that correct?
I think so.
Yeah. Which I feel like Lollipop is a good second single because it kind of matches the vibe of Barbie Girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I like My Oh My now, but I think, yeah, I feel like Lollipop or Dr. Jones should have been this second one.
Right.
Yeah.
I love My Oh My because it's this like prince and princess kind of story.
Yes.
And like it's not just the video. Like when you listen to the song, it starts with like the horse whinny and then like the old timey like lute, and you can like hear the horse, and you're like, this is
galloping.
Yeah, you're like, what is this song? We went from dance party to like do 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 do. But I love it. I love that. This song, I think, is one of the best examples of what this album is great for, and that is going between her very high voice and his very low voice.
Yeah.
And just like whether you like turn your head and do the two different people, or like hat on, hat off to do the two different people, this is this is one of the best songs on the album to do that too. Because they get some forth. Yeah, the back and forth, they get some really good chunks. In other songs you do a faster back and forth, but you can really inhabit the like you can really embody the character and get into the voice in this one.
Now, have you done that before?
Oh, so much.
Okay. It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
So many times. Yeah. So many times. If you there's one RuPaul's Drag Race where Silky Ganache does I think it might be to Barbie Girl.
Okay.
Where they've got like the half female face and then the half male face, and they do the turn back and forth. And I was like, this is the kind of song that's made for. Right?
Love that. That's
my oh my, don't you cry. It's just like it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed this one too. Very like, not, I was gonna say chill, but still like nice. I mean, it's not as upbeat as the first one, but still has that energy.
I think the thing is that like none of the songs on this album take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
Like at no point on this album are they really they're not trying to move people with their music.
No.
They're trying to like physically move people. Yes. Emotionally, not so much.
Yeah.
So the songs are just fun, and you just kind of have to take them as they are.
Exactly.
Right? There's no extra reading into things. There's no Taylor Swift symbolism. There's no scarf. There's no 13. There's no nothing. They're like, yep, we're putting in horse sounds because there's a horse. That's what you get.
Yeah, and that's a thing too. That's I feel like it's a little bit different for me, because usually I gravitate towards music that have messages and are a bit more deep, but this
Yeah.
one is just like play in the background and having fun, moving around. Get that for me personally. I no
Yeah.
offense to fans that have maybe do have deeper find deeper meanings in these. I don't know, but
I would love to meet. I would love to meet some of those people. I have nothing against them either, but I would love to meet the person who's like,
yeah,
Dr. Jones changed my life.
yeah.
Like I would love to find them.
Any listeners out there, if this is you,
Yeah.
please let us know.
Let us know. We're open to it.
Yes. But yeah, that's my oh my. Any other comments for my oh my?
Not for that one. I think it's a bit of a weird choice for their second single, especially once you see what the first one was.
Mm-hmm.
I do think this was a bit of a weird choice, but it worked out for them, so whatever.
Yeah. So number 3, their big one, Barbie Girl. I was looking. Are you familiar with the website Who Sampled?
No. Ooh.
Okay, so this website database of like pretty much every song, and it tells you in like which song has sampled other songs. So I was like curious. I'm like, I wonder if they've sampled
I
any
bet it's
songs.
been used a lot.
Yeah. So this song has been sampled a lot in other songs.
Yeah.
But they themselves sampled a song from 1993.
Okay.
Called "Give It Up" by the Goodmen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And when he like did you listen to that one? Could you
I
hear
did.
the
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember. There's actually a couple other songs on this album where they sampled, so I might have them all mixed up.
Right.
But yeah, Who Sampled? Very cool.
Good. Okay,
website.
That's good to know. I just follow that one guy on Instagram and TikTok who always does that, and he just like points above his head as he like shows the different videos that like sample.
Yeah.
I just follow him. That's where I learn most of these things.
Nice.
I don't think he's done Aqua
I know
yet,
exactly
so.
who you're talking. Doesn't talk, just points. Yeah.
And like stone face too.
Yes, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, the face down.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that they had sampled things for this album. I knew that some of their beats have been used elsewhere, especially this one, but
yeah.
The idea that Barbie Girl was the third single off of this album is crazy.
Wait, what?
This was the third single.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, what was the first one?
Roses Are Red, which is a crazy choice.
Oh.
It's a crazy choice.
Did that come like I don't remember hearing that here.
Not as a single.
No.
No.
Maybe
like I know that from the album. But yeah, Barbie Girl was the third single off of the album. And I think it was the first one though that got like really got outside of Europe.
Right. Yes. Yeah, that's what I read.
But yeah, because I know hindsight's 2020. You could say, of course, this is the most popular song. But listening through the album, you have to hear that song and go, that's catchy. You've got something here. Like this has got broad appeal. This is really gonna get people. So the fact that was the third, I don't know. It just kind of blew my mind a little. You'd think this was the first one. You'd want to come out with a bang.
Yeah.
Get people's attention. But
okay, so Roses Are Red.
Yeah, and then My Oh My.
Oh, because when you said, what do you think about this being the second single? I thought that came after Barbie Girl.
No.
So was it Dr. Jones that came after?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think came after, yeah.
Oh, wow. I see. I'm learning something new. Wow.
Yeah. But, I mean, everybody knows Barbie Girl.
Yes.
My mom knows Barbie Girl. My dentist knows Barbie Girl. Right? The mall Santa knows Barbie Girl. Doesn't matter where you are, you know this song. You don't need to know the words, but you know that there's a I'm a Barbie girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
And now the younger generation knows it because of the Nicki Minaj like remix
Yep. Yep.
with that. Yeah.
I was surprised that they didn't try to connect more with the Barbie movie coming out.
Mm.
I know they're not like actively creating new music, but I would have thought they'd be like, "Hey, like we really want in on this. Like more than just using the song. Like we want to be a part of it." But
Maybe like the whole Mattel thing in the 90s gave them a bad
maybe
taste.
or they might have tried and maybe
True.
I mean, I could easily see Nicki Minaj being like, I don't want that. that's not the same as my vibe. I don't want that. So fair enough.
Or Mattel just being
yeah.
like, no. You could put them in the background of the song, but
they're blacklisted. They just have, like you have the photos of people who aren't allowed in the store.
Oh,
they just have the album cover of Aquarium at the security desk at Mattel. He said, if any of them try to come in, absolutely
don't
not.
let them.
Don't let them in.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Wow. But yeah.
So this was obviously one that you knew.
Yes.
Prior,
back,
right?
Yeah, back as a child. I remember singing this song at one of my friend's karaoke birthday parties, which was really cool. So I don't know how this was set up. Her parents set this up, but in her living room was the TV, and then in the basement was a karaoke booth, and there was a video. I know.
What?
So there's like a video camera downstairs in the basement.
Okay.
And then as you're singing, like the video's recording you, and then our friends upstairs in the living room could watch us on the TV.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have cut out the middleman and your friends could have just sat in front of you while you sang.
True.
I do understand the appeal of getting to watch yourself on TV. You're getting to see your friends on TV. It feels like they might have overcomplicated it.
But yeah, when I hear this song, I think of that birthday party of my friends.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But I don't know how they did that. Like even now in 2025, that sounds super technological.
An elaborate system of chords.
Yeah.
So they did that.
So
I remember the video for this one, of course, pretty vividly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been the video that made Mattel angrier because it's so blatantly
Barbie land, yeah.
Right? It's so blatantly Barbie land, but then all of them in it are just kind of like a little bit of like a middle finger to all the prim and properness. So I loved it because it's bright, it's colorful, it's a catchy song. They're driving in the car, like everyone likes getting to do like the start and end of the song, like, oh, but we're having so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, you get to use the voices.
Yes. Yeah. So, this is fun song. I wonder if they ever get bored or annoyed by like always singing this song or always being remembered by this one song. Like I wonder if artists feel that way.
Like I've seen a lot of artists kind of talking about that, like when you're known for one song. And I feel like a smaller percentage are annoyed and don't like it, and a bigger percentage are like, this is the song that got us here. Let's embrace it and go for it. And the fact that they're like buying into like the nostalgia tour kind of thing,
right?
I feel like you'd have to still like the song to agree to do that.
Do it.
If you're going on a nostalgia tour, no one wants to hear your new music. Nobody wants to hear 2025 Aqua.
Play Barbie Girl.
Yeah. Probably more than once. So, yeah.
Yeah. But is this your, I guess I could ask you now, what's your favorite song on this album?
Lollipop's probably my favorite song.
Okay. Same.
On the album. Barbie Girl's probably solidly somewhere around like a 5, 4 or
Okay.
5. Um, I like Dr. Jones better. Um, I like I like calling you for I don't know why. I know it's towards the end. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. I like that one. And I might even put my oh my ahead of it as well. Depends on the day. I could flip flop those, I think. I'm forgetting
Okay.
Happy Boys. It's tough. This is tough.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I won't put above it though. Song number 4.
Song number 4, Good Morning
Not one of my favorites.
Sunshine.
Not one of my favorites. They have I don't like the slower songs on the album. I'll
Mm,
just put that out there right now. It's
that's
not the
fair.
worst, but it's just not my favorite song.
That's fair. I enjoyed this one. I like this, Spanish guitar vibe
Yeah.
with this one. Yeah, this is like a good getting up song, I feel.
Like
Or
you like
like,
use this as like your alarm.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or like
Yeah.
a warm up routine to start
Right.
like for exercising. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
um
I don't know. I feel like with the slow songs, it's not like they're trying to be serious, but I'm like, is this you? Is this who you really are, Aqua? Or are you pretending?
right? I said that with uh well, Be a Man,
I
and
I hate that song so much.
like after Be a Man is Lollipop, and like in my head I'm like, were they like playing a trick on the listeners? Just kidding,
Yeah.
that wasn't us, we're back, here's
Yeah,
Lollipop. Kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah,
Kind
it's
of,
not
yeah.
the slower ones aren't my favorite.
Yeah, no, yeah. This one also sampled a song.
Oh, okay.
It sampled a song called Howji from 1992 by
Okay.
a group called Black Machine.
Okay. Is it like the guitar part that it's sampling
I
or
think
in
it
the
was.
singing?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was the. Let me. I don't remember. I think it was like the. There's like a weird, not weird. I don't know
Her
if it's.
awe
It's
sounds that she
it's like
does.
the. Like I don't know how
Oh,
to.
I do.
Like
Yeah.
the background.
Yeah, I
You
do
know
know
what I
what you
mean?
mean.
Okay.
When you did that, honestly very accurate.
Okay. Like I don't know how it's gonna translate when it comes out.
Nope, you
I think
got it.
it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's that part
Okay.
or the drum. Yeah.
Okay.
But as I mentioned, like when I was listening to the samples, like it was all like during the same time, so I don't
Yeah.
remember which part, but
I will
yeah.
say I do think this song has some of like the nicest lyrics
Yes, this one
on
I
the album.
understand. I put
Yeah.
that here. Lyrics that make sense to me.
Like it's very much a romantic song.
Hmm.
It's very much like it's all about like having this great relationship and like good morning sunshine, you're my only light. Like, oh my god.
Hmm.
Tell me more. keep complimenting me. Words of affirmation. Um Great lyrics on this song.
Hmm.
Not as into the actual music of it, but
That's
still good.
fair.
Still good.
Yeah. So number 5, Dr. Jones.
Hell yeah.
Love this one. Love this one. Automatic energy booster. Like
Yeah.
if you're ever feeling tired, you gotta wake up early in the morning, don't want to get out of bed, play
Yeah.
this.
100%.
It will help.
And I also feel too, if you asked people name more than one Aqua song, this would be the second song. If they were able to name a second one, it would be this one. It would be Dr. Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, another great one for going between Lena's high voice and Rennie's low voice. I remember in middle school, you remember having to do a dance unit in gym?
Yep.
And basically all the gym teachers would say is find a group, pick a song, make a
Make a
dance,
dance.
due on Friday. That's And that was it. And then they just like sat in their chair the rest of the week. And at our school, what they would do is they would choose like 5 dances from the grade 8s and 5 from the grade 7s, and they would perform them at an assembly for the whole school after the dance unit. And I remember a group of guys did a dance to Dr. Jones that was like, it was like the one everyone was talking about.
Oh,
And they all had these
nice.
like neon backwards hats, and they were all wearing overalls. Like it was bizarre, but it was the one like everyone was talking about, because of course it's like, oh, a group of guys did a cool dance for the dance unit. That's so unexpected.
Very unexpected. Yeah, I would
So
be, yeah, I'd be like, wow, intrigued.
yeah, so
Wow.
I always have that little memory in my mind when I hear the song too. But it's fun. The whole video for this one as well is like they're in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
It's vaguely Tarzan inspired. Um, it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
I agree. Yeah.
I do like how all of their videos kind of look like they're like comic book inspired.
Oh
They
yeah, I
kind
could
of
see
look a
that.
little, yeah, like, you know, they'll have like something very 2D over the 3D. They'll have like some speech bubble things in there too. All of the videos start with like the big timpani drums and like presented in
Y-
aquascope.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, very
So, but yeah, I
creative.
mean, Dr. Jones is a great song.
Yes. Favorite part of the song?
It's the yippee I woos.
IPI, yeah, same.
What a great karaoke song. To go to
Yes.
karaoke and to do Dr. Jones now,
Why
you're
haven't I thought of this before?
you are setting the bar on
Wow.
fire if you do that song.
I do karaoke all the time, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas with my family. This hasn't come
Yeah,
up.
it's this
Okay,
one.
next year.
It's the yippee I o's.
Oh,
I always do. At some point during the night, I'll do 500 Miles by the Pretenders, just so that I could do the da la da 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 la da da, just because it's fun. It's fun. The Proclaimers, not the Pretenders. What am I talking about?
Oh, I didn't even know their names. Oh man. I think this is my favorite song. I'm just going
Yeah,
through the list. Yeah, this is my favorite song off the
it's solid.
Lollipop and this one are like tied
Yeah,
for me.
that would be that's my top 2 as well. So
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So number 6, Heat of the Night. Having a fiesta.
I don't mind this one. It's very much, again, I'm like, who are you trying to be? Why are there so many Spanish inspired songs on here? But I don't mind this one as much. I don't know. It's again, it feels a little more like silly and lighthearted
Mhm.
than like Good Morning Sunshine did. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this one I wrote it kind of gives me Ace of Base vibes.
yeah, that's a
Um
great description.
yeah, it's like it sounds like a faster version of All That She Wants.
Yeah,
If you listen to the two songs back to back,
yeah,
it sounds very similar.
yep,
Mhm.
yeah. But I don't know, like when the sun goes down, we're having fun and there will be a party going on. Like I keep doing this as I'm talking about the song because this is what that's
She's
I don't
dancing,
know.
everyone that's not
Maybe that's
watching.
rude of me to do like
Is
a
it?
charades maraca shake when I hear a vaguely Spanish guitar,
Oh,
but
I don't know. I don't think so.
but like that's just it's
Is it?
just like I just
Yeah.
want to do a little shimmy. I just want to
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too. Yeah.
I don't like
Be a man.
it's time. Oh my
No,
god.
that's Mulan. Sorry.
This oh I would rather
Would you rather?
I would rather that song was on this album. It would feel less out of place. Be a Man is should be stricken from the record. I'm gonna petition the judge that said the Mattel needed to chill out. He's probably gonna tell me the same thing. Be like, it was 1997. Get over it. But this song is so far off of the vibe from anything else on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just not. The whole album just gets you hyped up to have a good time, and then like, like, oh god, no.
Give me more energy.
Right?
More upbeat.
More passion, more energy. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's a bummer. It feels like we were like moving towards like a big like climatic
Finale.
moment, and then this just like really drags it down. Apologies if you liked this song. I'm sorry, just over here crapping on it.
No, that's fine. I don't mind it. It's in this one. It's to me, I could really hear her vocals in this one.
Sure,
like vocal ability.
Fair enough. Yeah.
This one and Turn Back Time.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So, like I mentioned, like with this album, I don't really listen to it. When I listen to it, it's just just for fun. There. But I was like, oh, she has some vocals on her.
Yeah.
And there was a lyric in this one. Don't leave me with scars that no one can heal. I was like, oh, deep.
But again, for such a deeply unserious album, a lyric like that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For an album where they're like, where he's like in the jungle 2 songs ago, it feels like it's taken a weird turn. But yeah, I agree with you. It's just a great song for her vocals. Just
doesn't fit.
It's a real wet blanket on the album.
I feel like this would be a B-side if it were a cassette, or a record,
or like a cutting room floor. I don't know. I'm so mean. I love this album, and this is just like the pimple on it.
Oh. Oh, gross. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna get that out of my head now. CD cover, pimple in the corner.
Yeah. But my god, do they ever bring it back? Whoever was figuring out the track listing put the correct song next.
Yes.
To amp everything back up. Lollipop Candyman. What? It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Like, I would listen to this song in the middle of the day cleaning my house. I would listen to this song at 2 a.m., like, out of my mind. It works for everything.
Yeah, this was the one where I was like, it sounded like they played Be a Man or sang Be a Man, and then they're like, just kidding, that's not us. Here's really us.
Exactly.
We're back.
Exactly. Yeah. Our label wanted us to do a slow song, but this is our actual music now.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This song I actually talk about on one of my past episodes, Naughty 90s playlist.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing this as a kid, and I obviously didn't pay attention to the innuendo at all with this one. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, Bite Me, I'm Yours is pretty strong.
Yeah.
But same thing. I'm like, oh yeah, he's the Candyman coming from Bountyland. Like, of course. Duh. 10 years later, you go, oh.
That was me last summer.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's the beat that distracts you from it, and the catchiness of the song.
Yeah. If I ran, this would be a great song to run to.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Like, this is like, what a good pace. What a good pace. I don't run though, so someone else can try that out. Let me know if it works.
Yeah. This one, love it.
It's funny because like for it being my favorite song, I don't necessarily have a lot of like specific things to say, but it's just a lot of pieces that work together very well. The
Hmm.
beat is good, the lyrics are stupid but funny. Like it's
Catchy.
it's catchy, and again it's so deeply unserious
Hmm.
that I love it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Wear a great costume and go sing this song somewhere.
So number 9, Roses Are Red. I still can't believe this was their
The lead single
lead
from this album,
single. Wow.
like, it's
Hmm.
good.
Yes,
I
yeah.
like this song. Come pick my
Yeah.
roses. What a great drop.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it maybe doesn't feel the most representative of the whole album.
Hmm.
Like it wouldn't have been what I would have picked for a
Yeah.
lead single.
Yeah.
But
And like this one didn't sound familiar to me when listening to the album. And maybe that's because like this single didn't come to Canada or like blow up in Canada
yeah.
or
Yeah.
or the States, but
Yeah, I really only know this song from
listening.
listening to the
Yeah.
album, not from just on its own. And
Yeah.
there's not, I can't think of a video that goes with it. There probably is one, but
Yeah, me neither.
this is one though that when you look back at the lyrics, you're like, wow, that is
Yeah.
sexual. And I
Yeah.
did not know.
Same. I put that in my notes. I'm like, wait, what is this song about? Another innuendo?
What was we going to say? Like, sweet from the flowers, honey from the bees. I've got a feeling I'm ready to relieve. Oh, and then what does he say? It's invisible, not so touchable, and I can feel it on my body. So emotional.
Yeah, is that like the, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he immediately goes, "I want to ride, want to ride."
Okay.
So here I am being like, "Oh yeah, they're jumping back in the Barbie car." Ken's picking a Barbie for their second night out. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, last night I was just like, wait. Is this
Yes.
confirmed? Okay.
Yes is the answer. But again, me at 7 years old is going, roses are red and violets are blue. Honey is sweet,
Sweet.
but not as sweet as you. Like, catchy,
Mhm.
fun. Nope.
Oh, Aqua. I wonder what their writing process was like, or like what inspired these songs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's true.
like,
I couldn't really find much about any of that.
mm-hmm.
Um
And was that the vibe of Eurodance music in those areas of the world, or was
I
it
mean, some of it is, some of it
okay?
is, but you also have like better off alone or things like that. Do you think you're better off
Oh
alone?
yes,
So
yeah,
like, not everything is like that, but also if you're wanting things to be played in the club at 2 a.m., like, yeah,
true,
sure, there's a more sexual component to a lot of these
yeah,
songs. I wasn't
yeah,
paying attention.
same.
I'm
But
tidying my teddies, playing with them. Dum dee da dee dum.
yeah. But I'm curious to know. Not a critique at all, but I'm just curious.
No,
Like,
yeah.
what was your writing process like? Was like just let's just have fun. Is this like the first thing that came to mind? Like
We got a song
very
about dating. We got a song about orgasms. We got a song about this. We got a song about that. They're like, yeah, first base, second base,
oh
third
man.
base, be a man. Spanish guitar. We've covered everything.
Oh man. Yeah. Another fun fact with this one, another sample as well.
Okay.
I think this is the last. Oh no, Turn Back Time also had a sample.
Yeah.
So this one sampled the 1977 song called "The Passengers" by Iggy Pop.
Oh, and
Mhm.
okay. An Iggy Pop song. So it would be like decently well known.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not one
I
that's
don't
not
know
one I
Iggy
know.
Pop. Are they?
He's like a real, you might recognize if you like saw a picture of him. Like real kind of thin, long hair, tight pants, kind of
Okay, let me quickly
no
Google.
shirt 70s vibe.
Oh, he does look familiar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't name you an Iggy Pop song, but I could pick him out of a picture for sure.
But yeah, that was my only fun fact
Okay. Yeah.
with this one. But I mean, I like it.
Oh, I love it.
I just don't listen too closely to
No. No.
the lyrics. It's again, the
Here
beat
they are
just
putting like
distracts you.
here they are putting parental advisory on an album because it says shit. Meanwhile, they're like, "Hey kids, you
Right?
should get into Aqua."
D- did this album have
No.
that?
No.
Wow.
Not at all.
And that label, like that warning label, was a thing in the 90s, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when it started. We had a lot of I shouldn't say that. I was going to say we had a lot of albums in our house with that. We didn't. We had maybe one or two albums that my brother bought that had that sticker on it. Um,
Oh, that's
when did the
interesting.
parental advisory label start? In the 80s, yeah.
Oh, how did it miss this one?
So it started mainly for things with profanity and violence, but then was also expanded for like overt like sexual context and references.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they were just like they don't swear, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, yeah, in the 80s. So Aqua got away with
Interesting.
it.
Very interesting. Okay. Okay. So second last song, Turn Back Time. Another slower one.
Yeah. I'm pretty indifferent to this song. It's
Okay.
probably like my like second to the bottom song on this album. And mostly because when I hear Turn Back Time, I think of Cher. And
Hmm.
I'm like, that's a better song. I would rather listen to that song. So it's not bad. It doesn't hurt my soul, but it just I don't know. I'll 9 out of 10 times we'll skip it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, this one I like this one. It kind of reminds me of like a like Selena Quintanilla for like English songs. It kind of has
okay,
it kind of remind I don't know which song of hers, but it just reminds me when I hear the song I think of
yeah. Again,
Selena.
Shalena's out here looking for songs like with meaning and with a message. So she's liking all the slower ones, whereas I'm over here being like, no, give me bass and give me metaphors about sex. I want nothing else. Shalina actually wants some like substance to her music. She actually wants music to matter.
That's typically what I go for, but I mean I like the nonsensical ones on this too. You
Yeah.
know, I like to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this one this one also similar to the other slow songs really shows her
Yeah.
vocal abilities.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she really has a nice voice because I feel like with Barbie Girl, Lollipop, it's very I don't know,
It's like a
like cartoon.
caricature of her singing voice. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this one, like, you could really hear
Yeah. Well,
her
and in these
talent, in
slower
my
ones too, she gets to use a
opinion.
bit more of like her lower register.
Mm-hmm.
That caricature is really when she's like singing way up high.
Yeah.
And so she gets to kind of like sit into it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Um, and then this one, last sample, it samples a song by James Brown.
oh, really?
Yeah. It's called Funky President People It's Bad
Oh,
from 19. That's like in brackets.
I mean, still apt for 2025. Funky president, people, it's bad.
I didn't even make that connection. Wow. Wow.
I didn't know
That's
that, a James
eerie.
Brown song. That's cool.
Yes, from 1974.
Love that.
That's funny. Funky president. People. It's oh, man. Wow. This one, it samples the drum beat,
Okay.
if I'm remembering correctly, at the beginning.
Right.
But yeah. Feel free, you and listeners, to go back to the
Yeah,
samples and
I'm
listen to
definitely
them.
gonna check out the like who sampled
Yeah.
site and listen to some of these because I love that.
Yeah. If
I
you
love seeing
just,
where
even just when you go on the website, just type in Aqua Aquarium, and then it'll
yeah,
pull up the whole list for
awesome.
you. Yeah. And then they end off with your favorite, or one of your favorites, as you were saying,
Yeah, I
Calling You.
I think so. I said at the start, like Happy Boys and Happy Girls, great opener. I think this could have also opened the album.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it does the same kind of thing. It grabs your attention, it pulls you in. It's very lighthearted and fun. Um, it feels like this one and Happy Boys and Happy Girls feel more like a daytime kind of song. I don't know if that makes any sense,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
it
I
feels more
follow.
like that's maybe more my cleaning the house compared to a couple of the other ones. My cleaning the house song. But I think this could have started the album as well. So I think it works in either of those spots, kind of capping things off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's fun. The little like is it a saxophone? It's like a electronic saxophone-ish
Yeah.
sound. Love it. Great little riff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this one as well. And now that you say like this could have been a good opener, I think yeah, if you switched this one with Happy Boys, Happy Girls, Happy Boys, Happy Girls could be a good out, like a
Yeah. Oh
closing
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I was going to mention with Calling You is that this song would not make sense if you put it out in 2025. Because operator, all you have
Oh
to do
yeah.
is connect me.
Yeah.
The kids aren't going to know what an operator is. You don't need an operator to connect you anymore.
Oh
Like,
man.
there's a few little like old school references in this one that I'm just going, oh, this, yeah.
Now that you brought that up, I remember one of my thoughts listening to this song for the podcast is are you familiar with Mr. Telephone Man by New Edition?
No,
It's like one of their old. Are you familiar with New Edition?
no,
Okay. Are you familiar with Bobby Brown?
yes.
Okay, so this was his.
If I said no to that, Shaleena goes, we're scrapping this episode.
No.
You know nothing.
It's okay. You know Bobby Brown.
Yes, yeah.
So before he was Bobby Brown, he was in a group called New Edition.
Okay.
When he was a kid and like to teen years.
Okay.
So one of their singles was Mr. Telephone Man.
Right.
And like when I was listening to Calling You, this song came to mind with the whole operator connecting me. Yeah. That's a fun song too. If you want to check that one out.
I know. The same way that I still do the thumb and pinky finger phone.
Yep, me too.
Where everyone now just does like, if you ask a kid to like do a charade of a phone, they just hold their flat hand up against their head.
Oh wow. I've seen
hold
that
it in front of them.
Videos and memes, but I've never seen like, maybe I'll ask one of my students next week. Yeah. How do you charade a phone? How do you do the action for a phone?
Or if you ask them how do you end a phone call, and then they'll just push the button on their fake flat phone instead of like the satisfying
click
hang up the phone.
Interesting time.
What was I had sent you a video not too long ago. Was it a Destiny's Child song?
Yes.
That like all the technology references don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
The pager doesn't exist. Yeah, the beeper doesn't exist. The thing that stored all your phone numbers doesn't exist.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. And I was like that song's a time capsule.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, Shaleena, did you listen to the regular Aquarium or did you listen to Special Edition Aquarium?
Both.
Okay.
Do you want to
What
talk
did
about special edition?
I really liked Didn't I? Like the bonus track. I really liked that one.
How does that one
Uh
go again? I'm trying to. I'm pulling up the.
yeah. Um the other ones are all like, so they do a My Oh My remix, a Lollipop remix, a Turn
Wait,
Back
I think you
Time.
got cut off. I didn't. Did you say how it went?
No. No.
Oh, she just laughed and
Yeah, I was just
fast.
like,
Okay.
because so
Okay.
I've only heard it maybe once or twice because I just had the regular aquarium growing up,
Okay.
right?
Fair.
I like it. It's catchy.
I'm looking it
Not
up now.
catchy enough for me to sing it apparently. But I was what I was originally gonna do, I was like, oh, I'll just play it. I can't do that. We don't have the budget for that. um but at the very end, there's something called the official mega mix. And I was like, oh,
Oh
this will
yes.
be great. It is aggressive. It
Yes.
is
And super long. Isn't it like 10 minutes or
it's
something?
so long and it's hard on the bass. It's
Yeah.
fully bass.
This
It
one mixes
starts
like all their songs, right? Is
yeah, it
that yeah.
starts with Lollipop and is maybe the best argument why Lollipop shouldn't be the lead single of the album because it's like it
In your
comes on a little
face?
strong. I had the volume way too loud in my car when I put this on, and it just like started. Everything was vibrating. But most of the remixes I really didn't care for. The one bonus track is pretty good. If it was on the album, I'd probably still listen to it. And that mega mix is wild.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to Didn't I again because I don't remember that
It's
one.
not a slow one.
Oh, okay.
It's not a slow one. Um, I don't know. Maybe like most similar for me. Most similar in vibe to like a Heat of the Night or a My Oh My, where it's just kind of like
Oh, okay.
silly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Okay, I'll check that one out.
yeah,
Cool. And that is Aquarium.
I
Go
realized
ahead.
I had such strong feeling. Like I knew I liked this album, but I was like, I had thoughts.
That's okay. Thank you for sharing them though. All valid, all valuable here. And I learned some new things too. So thank you for
Me,
filling in
yeah.
the gaps
I
for me.
I feel like yours was actually educational. Like I learned a lot about like where a lot of these song elements came from, and all I contributed was like, did you hear him say he wants to ride her? Like so. I'm not sure if we provided equal value in the episode.
Good balance. No, this is a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I want to do more of these type of episodes this year, like album reviews track by track, because
Yeah.
I love music. I don't think I do. I talk about music a lot on this
Oh
podcast. I
yeah.
don't even, do I? Okay,
I would know that you were a
okay,
music fan.
okay, okay. That's good.
It's nice though to go through a whole album though, because I mean I know a lot of times when you're looking at just one artist, you kind of have to pick and choose from a few things.
Hmm.
But going through a whole album, you get a little bit of everything, and you're gonna have the ones you don't like and the ones that you really like. But it's cool to see the thought process behind how they all came together, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Um, so listeners, if you enjoyed this episode and have any suggestions on what next album I should review, let me know. This was a lot of fun. And as always, you could connect with me on Instagram and on Club 90s. The links are in the show notes. And you could follow Mallory, listen to her, and Evan on Pop Capsule Podcast. And you could let them know, Mallory, the handles for your
yeah,
show.
Instagram is always the best place to find us. We're at Pop Capsule Pod. And if you're trying to get a hold of us, you can either send us a DM there or popcapsulepodcast@gmail.com. Um, we cover a little bit of everything. So you'll get a smattering of music, movies, TV, sports, miscellaneous celebrity mishaps. Um, So come to Shaleena for quality and thoughtfulness and research, and come to us for like knee-jerk reactions, outspoken opinions, and like recaps of stupid things I've done during the week. So.
And to go on a nostalgic trip as well, because you guys traveled back to 20 years ago and 10 years
and
ago.
20 years. So yeah, all this year we're going to be looking back at 2005 and 2015. It's a pretty solid year for a lot of movies, but there is some good music that's in there as well. So
nice. All right. Well, thank you again for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And listeners, you take care. Please rate this show and definitely check out Pop Capsule Podcast. Until then, take care.